Hi guys, Swoley here with the last in this 4-part tutorial series of G boss fights. Now if you're running Claire's A scenario, this will be the last boss you come across in the game, so once you've done this, you've finished it. Now let me just quickly say, I stream on Twitch 3 to 4 times a week, link of which you can find in the description below. If you have any questions on this tutorial, or any other questions about the game, feel free to drop in anytime you fancy. Now for this fight, I'm going to take you through 2 different strats. One is with 1 grenade, and the second is with 2 grenades. Now the difference between this fight and the other G fights is that this fight is not tied to knife damage. It's mainly about popping eyes, so you don't need to lower your image quality and ensure you're hitting 120 FPS. So let's start with the 1 grenade strat. Now you're going to go into the room, pick up the minigun, and then go put the joint plug in the hole. Now you can do this the other way around, it doesn't really matter, just depends on your inventory space. So once you've inserted the joint plug, head back out into the train room and let the fight commence. Now when the fight starts, G4 is going to jump on top of the train, and it's at this point you want to aim your gun at its chest eyes and pop as many of them as possible. Now these eyes can appear anywhere in the red circle shown on screen now, so you want to try and move your gun around so that you hit as many as possible. After a short amount of time, he's going to lean forward and prepare to jump off the train, and at this point you want to aim your gun as close to the top of the train and pop more eyes. As I said at the beginning of the fight, it's all about popping eyes, so the more damage you can do on top of the train, the better. And what I did forget to say earlier is that when you start shooting him on top of the train, you want to back up, so hold S and keep walking back while shooting him, otherwise when he jumps off the train he's going to stagger you, and you don't want this. Now when he does jump off the train, you want to time your run forward and get in as juicy of a knife slash as possible. Now it's very important that you time running forward as best as possible. If you go too early, he's going to stagger you as he hits the floor, and if you go too late, you're not going to get a good knife slash on him. Once you've got this knife slash, start backing up again by holding S, get your minigun out and carry on shooting as many eyes as possible. Now it's at this point you're hoping to see G4 moving towards the wall so we can climb up. If he doesn't do this, then you haven't popped enough eyes whilst on top of the train and this strat won't work. Now as he's walking towards the wall, he's going to get very close to you as shown in the image now. At this point you want to try and get another juicy knife slash in to cause more damage. Once you've got this second knife slash in, G4 is going to try and climb the wall. At this point, you want to turn around, equip a grenade as quickly as possible, and throw it up towards him as he's climbing. Now you don't want to throw this grenade straight away. You want to wait a couple of seconds, maybe 1 max, whilst he's climbing up the wall, and then throw it. Now the explosion of this grenade is going to cause G2 to fall off the wall and land on his back. It's at this point, you may see some eyes appearing, you may not. If the eyes don't appear, just wait for them to appear and then slash your knife. If they have appeared, then slash straight away and pop as many as possible. After a couple of slashes, G2 is going to try and roll over and get up again. At this point, you want to run round to his front and carry on slashing the eyes on his chest. Once again, the more eyes you can pop, the better. Now if you've popped enough eyes, you can actually kill him with the knife whilst he's getting up. This is something I've never been able to do, hence why I'm not teaching this strat. But as I said earlier, it's all about popping eyes, so if you pop enough eyes, it's highly likely that you'll kill him with the knife. But if you're like me, and you're not able to get the knife slash, when G4 swings his right arm over your head, you're going to want to turn around and run away. After 1 or 2 seconds of running away, you want to turn back towards G4 and start shooting his chest eyes with your minigun. Aim for the area indicated by the red circle on screen now. After you've done enough damage, you should see a load of goo explode from his chest as shown on screen now, and it's at this phase the fight's practically done and he's going to go into his final animation. At this point he's going to go down on all 4s and start crawling towards you. All you want to do is just continue minigunning his eyes. Eventually he'll die and that'll be the end of the game. And that's practically it for the 1 nade strat. Now onto the 2 nade strat. Now with this strat, everything's exactly the same apart from you throw a second grenade during the fight. So at this point we're going to recap exactly what we did in the 1 nade strat. So you're going to put the plug in, run outside, start the fight, shoot as many eyes as possible whilst he's on top of the train, and then when he jumps down, move forward, get a knife slash in, shoot more eyes on his chest with your minigun, and then get a second knife slash in just before he climbs the wall. Once he's climbed the wall, this is when you want to throw the first grenade, and he'll come down and land on his back. At this point, slash the eyes if they're there, or wait for them to appear, and then move round to his front, slash more eyes on his chest. Continue slashing his chest eyes until his right arm comes over the top of you, and then you want to turn around and run away as you did earlier. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is this second grenade is acquired from the cafeteria at the beginning of the labs, so if you want to do this strat, then don't forget to pick it up there. After a few seconds of running away from G4, you want to turn around and throw the grenade back towards him. Hopefully this will kill him and you'll see the goo explode from his chest, but if not, get your minigun out and carry on gunning until he is dead. And it's as simple as that. It's pretty much exactly the same strat for both methods, except for you throw an extra grenade on this one. And there you have it, that's all 4 G fights completed. Now if you have any questions, as I said earlier, feel free to drop a comment or do pop into my Twitch stream. And if you want any future tutorials doing or have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks guys, and good luck.